You've been grinding that side hustle for months, maybe years, and somewhere between the late nights and the double income, a dangerous little thought crept in. What if this times was times the job? We need to talk about that thought, because for some of you, it's the most important financial decision you'll ever make, and for others, it's a trap dressed up in entrepreneurial clothing. Here's the wild part. The side hustle economy didn't accidentally happen. It was engineered by a perfect storm of stagnant wages, a gig economy boom, social media glorification, and a generation of workers who watched their parents get laid off after 30 years of loyalty and said never again. The momentum was times, real times for a while. Remember when every podcast, every LinkedIn post, every guy in a Lambo was telling you that your 9-to-5 was the problem? Hustle culture peaked somewhere around 2019 and 2020. And then reality started sending some strongly worded memos. Inflation, burnout, market saturation, and the quiet realization that being your own boss sometimes means working for the worst boss you've ever met. Psychologically, this is where it gets messy, because conviction wavers exactly when you need it most. Gary Vaynerchuk will tell you to bet on yourself, your accountant will tell you to keep the benefits, and your mother will tell you to just be careful, and somehow all three of them are right at the same time. Historically, this tension is nothing new. Small business formation data going back decades shows that the majority of full-time transitions happen impulsively, not strategically, and roughly 20% of small businesses fail within their first year, while about 50% don't survive past year 5. Every generation thinks their times moment is different, and sometimes it is, but the underlying pattern of undercapitalization and over-optimism tends to rhyme across every era. Here's the honest framework. The side hustle to full-time transition is less about passion and more about a business replacing a salary. Meaning, your hustle needs to consistently generate at least 1.5 to 2 times your current take-home before you even think times about walking into HR. This isn't pessimism, it's the buffer that accounts for taxes, benefits, inconsistent revenue months, and the psychological tax of uncertainty that nobody puts in the business plan. A lot of people think the fear of leaving money on the table by staying employed too long is the real risk. But the data and the cautionary tales suggest the opposite danger is far more common. Leaving too early, before you have 6 months of operating expenses saved, before you have recurring revenue, before you've stress tested the model, is how passion projects become financial crises. Let's kill a misconception right now. Following your passion is not a business strategy. It is a starting point. The businesses that survive are the ones where passion times met, times a scalable process, a real market, and someone willing to pay, not just applaud. Practically speaking, the lessons from people who've made this transition successfully are almost boringly consistent. They didn't quit dramatically. They transitioned deliberately, often going part-time, freelance, or negotiating reduced hours before fully cutting the cord. Discipline, not boldness, is the unsexy secret behind most successful pivots. Your position size matters here, just like it does in investing. Don't go all in until the bet has already proven itself at a smaller scale, because concentration risk is just as dangerous in careers as it is in portfolios. A moderate, methodical expansion of your hustle, one where you reinvest revenue, track margins, and set clear revenue milestones as decision triggers, is the strategy that survives contact with reality. At the end of the day, this isn't really a question about timing, it's a question about systems, and whether you've built one that can survive without your employer's infrastructure, health insurance, steady paycheck, and the social identity that comes with a job title. The entrepreneurs who thrive aren't necessarily the bravest ones, they're the most prepared ones. And honestly, being comfortable with either outcome is a superpower here. If the hustle isn't ready, staying employed while you build it correctly isn't failure, it's strategy. And if it is times ready, you'll know because the numbers will tell you before your emotions do. The goal is to make a rational decision from a position of strength, not a desperate leap from a position of frustration. Whatever path you're on, side hustle, full-time business, or somewhere in the magnificent chaos in between, the variable that matters most isn't the idea, it isn't the timing, and it definitely isn't the vibe. It's your consistency, your discipline, and your willingness to play the long game when everyone else is chasing the quick exit. Check out our links in the description below whether you're looking to get started in real estate investing, need home contracting work, or want to connect with the right lenders. We've got you covered.